It's Champions League action, second leg at Anfield. The question is, do Liverpool have enough in them to make sure that we qualify for the next stage? Welcome to Marching Reds. I'm Momin Chima, and here I am to preview the game between Liverpool and Galatasaray for the third time in this season. But this time it's going to be played at Anfield for the second leg, and the objective is to win this game, show the fans that you've got something to play for, and qualify for the quarterfinals of this competition. Context: it's the third time that we are facing Galatasaray. Both of the previous games were played at the Istanbul Stadium, and the result was the same. The fact that we lost 1-0 on both occasions. And although we had our few moments in both of the games there, but I will not come out and say that, you know what, we deserve to win, because we didn't in any of those games. Although in the last one, I wanted to see a much better performance, and that was the disappointing factor. The fact that we had played them earlier in the season, and still to have played that game in that passive way and not being able to be clinical enough, that what just costed us at that night. And similarly, that is what we saw against Tottenham also. I mean, you got a 1-0 lead, although like in the first half we did look a bit lively. There was good energy in the game. I mean, you were winning quite a few of your one-on-one battles in the first half, but then as soon as the second half started, and especially after that 70 odd minutes or so, it seemed as if like somebody just switched off our engine gear, and I mean, I don't want to be reminded of that game anymore. But this second leg game, I don't think the stakes have been much higher in the season before. And yes, we are ruining our chances on like not being able to beat Wolves and Tottenham, the two teams that have I don't want to say the completely negative thing, but I would phrase it in a way that they have not been at their best looking at the last few months or so, and you were not able to beat them. Shows the fact that there is something lacking. And knowing how the Premier League tables, top four, top five race is heating up, these were the games that you were banking on. But it is what it is. There is no point in crying over spilled milk. Now is the time to make sure that we focus all our attention to this Galatasaray game. And of course, manager has to play his part. The players have to play his part. But the fans also need to play a much more important role. Not saying that we have not supported this team throughout the season. Yes, we've had a topsy-turvy curve, and it's not been the smoothest of the rides if you especially compare it to the last season. But we've backed this team till here, and we just have to play our part and make sure that whenever we turn on to see this game, we are in the best mindset possible and literally push this team through. I don't want to be too critical. I mean, it is high time that the Liverpool players and the team not sort of reward us with the support that we've been giving, but the fact that we need to see that fight, we need to see that grit, and we need to see that passion. The fact that, you know what, in good times, of course, everybody is a great supporter, but this is the time when things are not going well, when things are going against you, when you are looking for solutions, you're trying really hard, and you're not able to cross the line in the way that you want to. This is when your true character shows up. And if you ask me, yes, I was frustrated. I was not in the best mood, especially after that Tottenham game. But tomorrow, as soon as our players take on the pitch, I'll make sure that from minute one and hopefully till minute 90, and I don't want that this team should be facing that extra time thing because we've got another game in 2 days. But till that last whistle is blown, I will be behind this team, and I urge all Liverpool fans to show your support and back this team. Although we can argue about what's not working, is the manager the problem, are the players the problem, is the recruitment thing a problem, that can take a backseat for tomorrow. But for this game, we know what we have to do. And now, looking at the injury status and the availability of our players, there was a lot of rotation in the Tottenham game. Although I like the fact that he went with that decision, but I think Arne Slot would be sticking back to his strong lineup against Galatasaray. And Ibrahimo Konate did not start that game. And although he looks to be fit now, but I think it was like a one trade in, one trade out kind of a situation where Joe Gomez now looks 50-50 on whether he would be able to be involved in this game. So Allison has to start for me, although there have been a few murmurs about like how his kicking has not been that good, and like how his few months have been injury plagued, and like that has sort of affected his ball playing abilities. But he's a top keeper, and I mean, I don't have to say anything more about him. So Allison starts for me in goal. In the back four, I mean, the whole setup of this lineup would be you have to go all attacking, and of course there would be situations when Galatasaray would be wanting to hurt us in transitions because they've got great players. I mean, the fact that they've beaten us twice, I don't need to highlight the fact that how solid they look, but they have been leaking goals whenever they have traveled away from their home stadium. And I would just like to bank on that. And yeah, as I said in my Tottenham game also, but this is where I would like us to be brave. I would like us to be courageous and really, really go for it. So the back four would be, for me at least, Jeremy Frimpong in that right back position, Ibrahima Konate, Virgil van Dijk, and Milos Kerkez. So you've got this explosive power of both fullbacks being able to run down the flanks. In the midfield, Ryan Gravenberch would get a start for me, Dominic Soboslai, and Florian Wirtz. I understand we do play with a double pivot or two number sixes, but for me it has to be like you be at it, you go for it from that very first moment. I would rather resort to a 4-3-3, allowing Soboslai to attack that right central role, and like with Wirtz being able to play in his favored left central role. So Gravenberch, Soboslai, Florian Wirtz. Cody Gakpo would start because again, Rio, he has just started his first Premier League game. It would be unfair for him to be performing at that same level in this quick transition. So Gakpo would get a start, Hugo Ekitike up top, and Mohamed Salah. Although there have been situations where we've not seen that perfect chemistry of Kerkez, Wirtz, Gakpo on the left side, and same can be said on Frimpong, Szoboszlai, and Salah. But for me, this game, you have to have your all attacking options on the pitch from that very first minute. And if the need arises, you could use a Curtis Jones, you could use Rio as well. That is how I would approach this game. I mean, yes, Galatasaray have their own qualities and they will be wanting to hurt us, knowing very well that this time around their fans won't be at Anfield because they are facing a ban because of like what they did in the Juventus stadium. But I think instead of this game being Liverpool versus Galatasaray, which it is at least on paper and on the pitch, I think it is a game of Liverpool playing against Liverpool. And the only way you can win this situation is with that proper attitude, is with that proper fight, is to show your bravery, show the courage that you've got, and put in a proper performance. And yes, there will be moments during the game when you would be needing Anfield to make sure that they push you across, but you need to show something. The way you run, the way you press, the way you have your intensity on that pitch, that we are sort of trying to rectify the situation. And yes, it's our fault that we are finding ourselves in this situation, but it is what it is. And now we have to make the best use out of it. So I think if Liverpool steps onto the pitch in the right way, it should be a game which we should see Liverpool hopefully controlling, but more importantly winning. And if that can be the case, I'm pretty sure every Liverpool fan would be sleeping happily tomorrow. But it is a difficult game. It is not going to be easy, and this is where a good team, a champion team that Liverpool has been, needs to show up, because now it's high time that not only we get a qualification in this game, but we start being more consistent. Yes, after this, you've got this international break coming up, but with Alexander Isak's potential return to the squad, with the fact that you've got a 10-day, 12-day break in between, you need to be heading into the last 2 months of the season with as much to play for, and that can only be possible if you get through this game and hopefully backing it up with a good performance, so that is something that you can build on. So let me know how you think Arne Slot should approach this game. For me, as I said, it has to be an all-out attack. And yes, our in-game management is another big factor that needs to be rectified, that needs to be looked at, because that is what we did not do against Tottenham, and it costed us 2 points. So, yeah, I mean, if we do find ourselves 1-0 up, that is where we go and have that killer punch and score another goal and make sure that the gap between the both teams starts becoming wider and wider, if not on scoreline, at least in terms of controlling possession, the way we manage the ball. And it's up to us to find the right answers, because there will be questions posed and you can't hide away from it. The only way you can battle through it is that you have to fight through it and make sure that you have to come out trumps. So a big game, an important game. And let me know what your score predictions are going to be. Let me know your starting lineups. And yeah, because the last time I remember a team that was trailing heading to Anfield in the second leg of the round of 16 stage in the Champions League, we all know how that story panned out. So I'm just hoping for the same, because it would be no complaints if that's how it pans out. But for tomorrow, I hope that we actually see a top performance, because all Liverpool fans do deserve this. So let me know what you think about this game in that comment section below. Hopefully, I'll see you in a much more positive mood in the review of this game. Till then, take care.